40 Days of Love, 40 Days of Love. This one's a little bit more mellow because this one goes out to the Me Too movement in Tarana Burke. When I was 17, around that area, something happened to me. I don't really like talking about it, but it involves me saying no and people who are bigger than me, one particular person, not understanding the word no. And it changes you as a human being. It transforms you into a whole different element. And a lot of men don't really like talking about those things. And even I, at this point, don't really like talking about this, even though I happen to be bisexual. You know, but it's one of those elements that, when I look at my history, when I look at the internet, when that came out, and single parents and a whole generation of kids that were chatting with adults, and adults that would show up and things would happen. Kids, these are kids. I consider anybody under the age of 19, maybe even 21, a kid. So you're still a kid because, that's just, let's try to preserve our innocence, our humanity, our sense of wonder, our sense of joy. I've tried to do that as a human being. But that whole culture, and I think so. Recently, the Me Too movement. Recently, a friend of mine and I went to an acting class, and I was appalled. My stomach was physically ill because it brought me to understanding when I did theater and the way young actresses were treated by certain actors, not act necessarily the actors, but directors and people involved in those kind of things. And just a certain kind of culture, a certain kind of frequency. There was just, and I think about where that comes from in Hollywood and people that have worked on Hollywood. And I don't want to say, there was anything bad. But there was definitely, well, no, I think there was. I think there was, not necessarily to the legal standpoint, but I think that when you're belittling somebody and making someone cry, or to get something out of them, when you're making a child cry, that's not cool, and it happened various times, and I didn't say anything. It happened to me, and I didn't say anything, And I think as a male, as a man, a lot of people talk about, you seem really sensitive. And it's like, well, I am, But back to the Me Too movement, a lot of it changes you, and I think that there's a lot of stories out there on various different degrees, on various different aspects. To me, it happened, once, and to other people, it happened various different times and various different. And I think we need to come together, even as men, and not even if it didn't happen to you. Even if it didn't happen to you, I think that men seriously need to speak up and be like, no, 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 that's not what we do. That's not who we are. Of course, there's different times and places. You can send an email to someone after you've seen them behave in a certain way and be like, listen, that's in this climate. I don't think that's cool. Or if it's happening in a bar, and you see, definitely men need to make more videos and step up and be like, what's the hashtag for men? Just go up there and say, I got you. And what is I got you? Oh, there you go. I got you. I got you. What does that mean to you? I got you. So let me know in the comment section down below. But the Me Too movement, if you don't know what the Me Too movement is about, it's the rampant sexual abuse on various different degrees throughout our country, throughout our world, and women. And I would love for more men to come out and speak and say, me too. To a certain degree, I'm not writing, I'm hoping not to belittle anybody's, by being a man who says something to that degree. And there's other men who have suffered even worse things that, and that whole male thing, like, that happened. People don't talk about it. Will somebody be brave to talk about it? Will a celebrity come out and say and talk about it? It was like, yeah, I'm a guy, and that happened, and that was horrible, and that's not cool. And Corey Feldman has to come out, and now there are other people that are going to follow suit, and hopefully help the Me Too movement and open it up for more men across the board. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful